in some ways done to affect the entire community, to put fear in the entire community, and to change how maybe we operate on a daily basis.
Tonight, the suspect in the mass stabbing incident at a Traverse City Walmart is facing a terrorism charge and 11 counts of assault with intent to murder. Thanks for joining us on News Channel 3 Live at 11. I'm Carter Landis. Those charges were announced by the Grand Traverse County prosecuting attorney this afternoon during a press conference. Grand Traverse County officials provided an update on the situation after a man reportedly stabbed 11 people on Saturday. Maya Ingalls with our affiliate in Traverse City brings us the latest details.
I think it's fair to say that anytime you have someone that commits an incident or an act like this, there is some sort of mental health issue involved.
42-year-old Bradford Gille from Afton, Sheboygan County, entered the Walmart in Traverse City at 4:10 on Saturday afternoon. At 4:43, chaos erupted.
Central Dispatch began receiving calls stating that there was a man with a knife inside the Walmart store in Garfield Township, Grand Traverse County, Michigan, actively stabbing people.
Grand Traverse County Sheriff Mike Shea says that Gille injured 11 individuals.
The weapon used was a folding knife with a 3.5-inch cutting blade.
The 11 victims range in age from 29 to 84.
Based on the information I have at this time, I think it's random.
When the first deputy arrived at the scene minutes after Central Dispatch began receiving calls, the sheriff says multiple citizens, including one with a pistol, were confronting Gille in the parking lot, preventing him from harming further people.
Throw the knife that way! Throw it away!
First of all, I commend them. It's not very often that we have citizens that are willing to step up and take action.
Sheriff Shea says the deputy took Gille into custody without further incident.
When you stop and look at from the time of call to the time of actual custody, it actually was the individual was detained within 1 minute.
A motive has not been determined yet, but the sheriff says security footage from the store shows all 11 incidences.
So that will be all part of the ongoing investigation.
While it is not known exactly why Gille was at the Walmart Saturday, the sheriff says he may have lived in Grand Traverse County at one point.
So he was somewhat familiar with the area. He had recently, it appeared, traveled to our area, I believe on the day of the incident.
Sheriff Shea says that Gille does have a criminal record.
Mr. Gille's history shows prior assaultive incidents as well as controlled substance violations.
Gille is facing 11 charges of assault with intent to murder and 1 terrorism charge.
Anytime there is a mass incident like this, where it is something that appears at least to be just a very random act of violence, it's something that is done not to individual people, not to those individual victims. Obviously, they are most affected, but it is, we believe, in some ways done to affect the entire community, to put fear in the entire community, and to change how maybe we operate on a daily basis. And so that is why we're looking at that terrorism charge.
Sheriff Shea commending everyone who was involved in the handling of the situation.
When you look at the collaboration that took place from the citizen involvement to all emergency services, to our transport teams, to Munson Medical Center, to the media, it is unbelievable, and I think that speaks volumes for the community that we live in.
In Grand Traverse County, Maya Ingalls, Up North Live News.
A terrorism charge has a maximum penalty of life in prison. Gille is expected to be arraigned either tomorrow or Tuesday. And of the 11 people that were hurt in the attack, 6 were men and 5 were women. They were all between the ages of 29 to 84 and included 1 Walmart employee. The hospital said today one of those victims has been released, while 2 are in serious condition and 8 are in fair condition. And officials say that community bystanders helped the victims during the incident, and some even confronted the suspect afterwards. We're hearing some of their stories tonight. Jan Beatty and her husband were shopping when they witnessed an older woman attacked with a knife. The couple was caught on camera helping the woman, staying with her until first responders could take her to the hospital.
I saw his arm wipe across her face, and he slashed her face. And then he went down the frozen food aisle, and my husband saw him stab a young man right in that aisle.
Laura Fearns and her sister Juanetta were at the self-checkout when people started screaming. The next thing they knew, they were putting pressure on a victim's wound.
I just left. We had groceries that were there. My sister had bought in some groceries, and they're still in the car at Walmart. We don't have them.
I just hope somebody would do the same to me, if I was her in that situation. My mom's always taught me to, if you could be helpful, to help.
We're hearing from Attorney General Dana Nessel following the stabbing in Traverse City. In a statement, she wrote in part, quote, "I am grateful for the quick action from the many local law enforcement officers, emergency service personnel, Munson medical team, and the Good Samaritans in Grand Traverse County, whose quick action undoubtedly saved lives following yesterday's heinous attack. My thoughts and prayers remain with the victims and their families, as well as the Grand Traverse community as a whole." And Walmart has issued a statement condemning the violence, saying in part, quote, "Our thoughts are with those who were injured, and we are thankful for the swift action of first responders. We'll continue working closely with law enforcement during their investigation." Walmart has also said the store's associates will be paid while the store remains closed, and that it has made counseling services available. FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino says FBI personnel are responding to provide any necessary support to the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office in their investigation of these attacks. This is a developing story, and we'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.